Welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. This is DMG, and today we're going to be talking about why you don't actually need a character backstory. You know that 40-page thesis the DM's been telling you need to do? This is how we're going to circumvent all that rubbish. Before all that, check out in the description below, you can sign up for the weekly Nerdarchy newsletter, where you get handy gaming tips, so you can enhance your gaming experience. Now back to the topic at hand. Do you in fact need a character backstory? Now this is the thing that gets bandied around, and of course people in the argument section below are going to either disagree with me, agree with me, or be on some other kind of fence. But this is the point. When you go and see a movie or you read a book or you all that kind of stuff, you don't sit through 20 minutes of hearing about the character's backstory. You don't have to read 50 pages of the character's backstory in a book. Why do you do it with role-playing games? It's nonsense. Essentially all you need is a character description that's 25 words or less that basically just says what kind of character this person is. Because you as a player don't actually need to know that much about the character. And here's why. Because the DM can start to insert information that helps the story along, because he's not bound to the character backstory that you've created. I mean, let's face it, most people don't actually play to their backstory. And if the DM has to try and remember 35 pages because you've got like 6 players and each player's written 5 pages, and then there's a 7th guy who joins on a Wednesday, it's all going to go south real fast, because there's no way he can remember all that information. But if all he has is your 25-word description as to what your character is, and he can basically keep notes as he goes and start to throw in stuff as the game progresses. That's what this is all about. It's about taking the backstory and making it a forward story, putting all that stuff into the story, rather than it somehow magically appearing and then you don't use it in the game, which makes it crazy. That's what's crazy about it. Of course, argument section below. So for instance, you come into town and the DM decides to say your sister lives in this town. So now you have a great NPC that you can use. Let's say that sister gets kidnapped. You know, now the whole story shifts. If you had a pre-written backstory, you wouldn't be able to do that. Of course, there are people who will say, yes, but DMG, what are you talking about? If I start at 7th level, of course there's a history to the character. So what? You can find out during the game. You don't know that he's a secret member of some conclave of evil, or he's bound to be the king's right-hand man. You don't know these things. It can be inserted into the story. It makes the story interesting and allows the DM to open up a lot of different gates that may be closed if you decide this is how my character is and I only want him to play this way and no one will tell me otherwise. You'll be able to throw in cousins and friends and all kinds of things that you never actually mentioned in a backstory because you don't actually have one. So this allows the game to evolve a lot more. Have a dark past and didn't know it? That can be inserted as well. When it comes to party cohesion, of course, now you don't have conflicting backstories because the DM has to go through these 8, 10, 12, 15 pages, 50,000 word thesis on what the character is. He can now better integrate the party together because he can create links between them that the players don't actually know about. And they can say, you know, this guy is your cousin and his cousin is your former roommate. Of course, now you have a link. You can link them together, which you couldn't do with a character backstory that's just 55,000 pages long. Can I stress it even further than this? Of course, there will be differing opinions. You and the DM can now actually negotiate with one another as to which way the story can steer. If you feel like your character needs to change somewhat, now you can change your character, which you couldn't do before if you had this glorified backstory that wouldn't actually allow these things to happen. I mean, do you need to know his backstory? It's Hambo! So DMs, get your players to create the backstory in the actual story. Give them player license player agency, whatever it takes, so they can actually start to add these elements as you play. That'll make the game more interesting. Oh, my character's been to this town before. I know a secret passage that leads underneath the tavern to a crazy villa on the other side of town. These things can now actually be added into the game that may or may not be of super significance, but helps to create that character that you want to be able to play, rather than sitting down for a month trying to work out something you're never going to use. Insert at each session, find out something new that each character can be added into that makes the game more interesting, keeps the people wanting to come back and find out more, because half the problem is people go, oh, I'm bored of this character now, I want to create a new character. This is the problem, because I already know everything there is to know about this character. I want to create a new character. Well, in this way, you don't know that much about the character, so you're learning new things about it all the time, and the character can begin to shift. So you can shift the dynamics and the alignments and all these kind of things of the character while you're playing, rather than before you start. So that's my stance on character backstory and character history. You know, obviously, you have an opinion, argument section below. If you like this video, use the like button and support Nerdarchy on Patreon and by subscribing to this channel. If you want to find out more about me, you can check out my new channel, 7D System, where we talk about the art, technology, science, and all kinds of other crap of RPGs. And of course, there's my crafting channel, the DMG Info. And Dave may graciously put this in the description below. So this is DMG, bearded up for the Nerdarchy videos. I will see you in the future. See ya!